And let's start with the basics. I want to make sure the spelling of your name is right, so
Okay.
if we can just spell it out, just to make sure.
Thrown into Exile, Thrown into Exile, Exile. My name's Evan, I sing.
All right. We're going to start with some of the basic stuff. How did you first get started in music? Did you come from a musical family? And what were your early influences?
Listening to my parents' vinyl records definitely for early influences that started it all off. I guess I got started more so into music when I was 13. I started playing bass guitar. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and so me and my friends started a band, played all through high school, playing bass, and writing lyrics at the time, but never really being the singer or frontman. And then just kept writing, and one time I turned 23, I decided to move to Los Angeles to pursue music as a career, because I just had a passion for writing lyrics and just wanted to see if I couldn't actually sing the songs myself, the stuff that I was writing, then at least I could give it to somebody else and write for somebody else. But for the past 10 years I've been in Los Angeles pursuing music and entertainment, and played in a lot of different bands. So for Thrown into Exile to do what it's done in the past year and a half, it's been absolutely amazing. Glad I never quit before that, But it just goes to show sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. Some people get lucky and the shit happens overnight. But at the same time, I couldn't do vocally today the same thing as I could have, like 5-6 years ago. It's taken a while to get to this point. And it's awesome, man. It's a real blessing to be out here. We're the only unsigned artist on the entire tour. Actually, in the history of Mayhem, we're the only unsigned artist to do the entire tour, which is really cool. We have no booking agency, and we've done everything ourselves since day one. But hopefully, we're actually shopping 3 new songs to labels over. That's why we're on tour. It's hopefully at the end of the summer we'll be able to find out a home for us and release the record early next year.
I think those guys are done with the audio, so if you want to speak up just a
Okay.
little louder, we can
For sure.
make sure that we got it good. Next question is about music in particular, your personal way of writing music. What comes first for you? Is it the drums, the guitars, the lyrics, something else? And has the process changed for you over the years?
It's always kind of been the same. It's the guitar, the groove, and the feel of the song. If it doesn't groove and it doesn't hit me right away, like with a good feeling, like inspire me, then it's going to be tough to write to it. So sometimes, the first thing that's thrown at me is not always going to be the best thing. Sometimes I make my guitar players work a little bit more and be like, come on, I know you can do better. But yeah, it's really got to hit me, man. I mean, it's the only way that it's going to become real for me, and the only way it's going to, the emotion's going to be real, is if it hits me. So. Yeah, definitely guitars first, the vibe, the groove of the whole thing, for sure.
Nice. Now, as far as musical techniques go that you like to do personally, what is your favorite musical technique?
Well, I love doing lows and gutturals and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. But I don't like to overdo it because we're not that type of music to really just do it from start to finish. We like to when you listen to Thrown in Exile, you're going to hear death metal, you're going to hear black metal, you're going to hear metalcore, you're going to hear thrash metal. There's a lot of going on. We throw a lot of because we're all influenced by different things. And me, vocally, lyrically, I strive from like Phil from Pantera, as far as the shit was super aggressive, but you understood what he was actually saying. Which is something that I like to do. Keep it clean enough to understand it, but still have some bit of grit to it. So yeah, that's definitely the technique that I think I like the best.
Nice. Now we're going to skip to some of the fun questions. The first one's not too bad, but the next 3 that follow are psychological questions that I ask everyone, and I always warn, it might sound like some hogwash, but I swear there's a psychological basis behind it. First one, and I encourage you to use your creative imagination.
Oh boy.
First one.
You sure you want me to do that? Okay.
Biggest musical fantasy. Now feel free to pull in dead people.
Is it as far as like maybe going on tour with them or playing a show with them? Anything?
Any kind of fantasy music related. Anywhere.
Well, I mean, to be honest, but touring with Rob Zombie is fucking amazing. I mean, that's a dream come true. Being on this festival is a dream come true. So I mean, there's one of my fantasies already fulfilled. But I guess if anything else, it would just be, man, if Pantera was still elected, just to tour with Pantera would be absolutely amazing. I'm getting to play with all my heroes now. I mean, all my fantasies are really coming true, so it's absolutely amazing. We played the first day of Mayhem Fest last year in San Bernardino, so we got to play with Anthrax and Motorhead and Slayer and Slipknot. Absolutely amazing show. It's killer, and it just keeps getting better and better, so I'm truly blessed.
Nice. First of the psychological questions. If you were a unicorn and you could be any color but white, what color would you be? And would you have any special powers?
I'd probably be a white unicorn with a black, I guess, horn, as you could say. That's just a stallion. And what superpowers would I have?
Yep.
Just even as a human, my superpower is to be able to fly. I think it'd be absolutely amazing. And just to be able to go anywhere in the world, just take off. Like Superman. That would be my superpower.
Nice. Next one, if you were a yogurt, would you be mixed fruit on the bottom, and what flavor? Now keep in mind, this does not have to be a traditional flavor.
Okay. I would be fruit on the bottom, because it's nice to have a little surprise at the very end when you're eating it. And as far as a flavor, I would have to say schnozberry, because I fucking love Willy Wonka, so I'll go with that. Whatever that tastes like, that's what I want.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Whatever that is, I want that.
I'm going to pause this for just a minute.